Hey, welcome. It's Eb the Trainer, Ebenezer Grant, fitnessconnections.org. You check out my blog, certified personal trainer, group X instructor, fitness blogger, you name it. Today I'm gonna talk about another article I wrote called "Who Lives in Your Temple." It's a two-part article. You can find it on my website at www.fitnessconnections.org. You sign up, join my list, that way whenever I write new articles, you'll be the first to get them. Okay? So, that's what I'm going to talk about today. It is called "Who Lives in Your Temple." But first, I'm going to start off with a verse from the Bible. And this is from 1 Corinthians 3, verse 16. And it says, "Know ye not that ye are the temple of God, and that the Spirit of God dwelleth in you?" Basically, that's saying, know that you are the temple of God, and that the Spirit of God dwells in you. Simple, right? Okay, so here goes. I'm sure you've heard this phrase before, right? Your body's your temple. Yeah, I'm sure you've heard it. This could not be any truer than it really is. Your body really is your temple. It is the only place that you really live. If you're homeless, your body is your home. Right? Day in and day out, you sleep and wake up in your body. Hopefully, you should be so lucky because not everybody wakes up every day. So every day you wake up, you ought to be thankful for waking up, if for nothing else. Okay, you get to live another day, you get to take another breath. This moment, just people all over the world not having that privilege, so it's something to be thankful, Alright. We put our bodies through all kinds of stresses, right? Good, bad, whether it's working out, whether it's drugs, whatever it is. Sometimes you put your body through a lot of stuff, drinking, and some of us cherish our bodies and some of us abuse our bodies. Some of us push our bodies to the limit, and some of us limit our bodies to the push. Okay? Wrap your brain around that. Now, what I want to talk about is the importance of maintaining and enhancing your body through physical activity. Think of your body as an automobile, a car, okay? Just wrap your mind around that. It's a mental image. Everybody knows what a car is and what a car does. Okay? Let me ask you this. What happens when you let a car sit for a long time without starting or driving it? What happens? Well, if you know a thing or two about cars, you're going to know that the batteries will die, the tires will go flat, the alternator start almost, a lot of things will seize up. And that's just the tip of it, So, let me pose this question to you. What do you think happens to your body when you don't exercise to maintain your muscles, your joints, organs, etc.? Everything within you. Yep. Just like the car, they all become weak and don't function like they're supposed to. You get aches and pains where you shouldn't. Weird places. You get easily winded, and the list goes on and on and on. Right? But, on the contrary, when you exercise and push yourself out of your comfort zone ever so slightly, nothing crazy. You don't just start off and pop in like one of these crazy DVDs and just start going from 0 to 100. Just ever so slightly. Something amazing starts to happen. Your body starts to respond in the most marvelous way. it starts functioning like it's supposed to, like a well-oiled fighting machine. Like a tune-up sports car. It starts revving on all engines. Your body starts to wake up, basically. So, not only that, but you actually start looking and feeling better about yourself. Why wouldn't you want that? Why wouldn't anybody want that? Unless, of course, you're physically handicapped where you can't. But even then, you could do any type of movement. Whether even if you're physically handicapped, you can't move your body, you could still exercise your internals, your organs. You could do breathing techniques. As long as you're breathing, you can exercise your internals. Like I said earlier, your body really is your temple. You would not dare bring trash or garbage into a temple or a church, would you? That would be very disrespectful, right? Okay. So here's another car scenario. If you know a thing or two about cars, you know that say you got a gas powered car or a diesel powered car or whatever, what have you. You know that you can't put water in the gas tank, right? You can't put sand in the oil, and you can't put a rock in the place where the battery is and expect the car to run, right? It just doesn't work. So what would you think will happen if you try to do this? Like how you told the junkyard, that's what happened. So why would you want to do that to your body? Why would you want to fill up your temple with junk food or harmful drugs or things that you know are bad for you? I mean, we all know at this point what we should and should not eat. I don't have to go into it. I'm a person of I have a firm belief in proportionate, in moderation. It's okay to have a lot of things, but as long as you don't do it all the time or do it in overabundance. You know what I mean? You have to be proportionate and stop when you've had enough. Don't overindulge. And when you start overindulging and taking in more than you actually need, you start filling your body up with junk, or you start doing, harmful drugs. Bad things start happening because that's not what your body's meant for. You start getting bulges, where they don't belong or where you don't want them. Your muscles and joints start getting weak, and you start to lose functionability, and you start losing mental focus and acuteness, and the list just goes on and on and on. Bad things just start happening. So you gotta do your best, or try your best to not do your body harm. Okay? The body is an amazing specimen. The body is truly amazing if you pay attention to it. Just like your car has a check engine light to let you know if something goes berserk, the light will come on to warn you. Or fire alarm, if you have a smoking house, the alarm will warn you, and etc. etc. Your body also has its own built-in warning systems. When you're overloaded with junk food and harmful drugs that don't belong there, these warning systems are also triggered. These signs are usually in the form of heart diseases, cardiovascular diseases, obesity, diabetes, high blood pressure. I don't have to go into it, but the list goes on and on and on. And these are all cues for you to take notice and do something. If you're sitting in your house and you hear the fire alarm going off, you're not just gonna sit there and get burned, right? Or if you're driving and the check engine light goes on, depending on what it is, you might make it to the next rest stop, you might not, but you're gonna get it. You're gonna pay attention, right? So your body also has these warning mechanisms that you should pay attention to. Okay? It's far too often these cues and warning signs I ignore it. You ignore it. You're like, I'm getting a little chubby. Yeah, I'll lose weight. I'll go on a diet and whatnot. And you know, if you listen to my some of my other video casts, you know that I don't believe in diets, and diets just don't work. Once you realize the harm and destruction that you're doing to your body, it is at that precise moment that you can begin to make the changes. And this will only happen when you decide for yourself that you're ready. I can sit here and talk to them blue in your face and tell you how exercise is good for you and how eating right is good for you and this and that, but if you're not mentally ready, it's not gonna happen. The whole saying, you could take a horse to water, but you can't make him drink it. It's true. Just like, addiction, whether it be drugs or cigarettes or food, sugar, whatever kind of addiction it is. The only way that you could break that addiction is when you're ready to do it. Plain and simple. If you're not ready to quit, if you're not ready to stop, it's not gonna happen. You're gonna relapse, you're gonna go back to it. So the precise moment that you make up your mind, and this has been documented, that people just waking up and say, enough is enough, I'm gonna quit smoking. And from that point on, they actually stop smoking. Or you wake up one day and you look in the mirror and you say, you know what, enough is enough, I'm gonna lose this weight. Once you make up your mind, it triggers something in your mind. You switch gears, mentally and subconsciously. And you don't even realize it, but once you decide that that's it, you put the forces into effect and you get them rolling, and changes are gonna start happening. Okay. But unlike the automobile, unlike the car, your body is an amazing thing in the sense that when you stop doing all the bad stuff, regardless of what you've put in your body, or if you put sand in your oil tank, and you put, there's no reversing that. Your engine is junk. Plain and simple. You're gonna have to replace it. But unlike the automobile, your body is different. And it's quite amazing that when you stop doing the bad stuff, it will actually start to repair itself. And it'll start to get right. If you stop doing drugs, your internal organs, whether it be your lungs and your liver, you stop drinking, your liver will start rebuilding itself, regenerating new cells. When you stop overeating and indulging yourself, your fat cells will actually start shrinking, and your body will start going to a process of repair. And this is why it's so amazing, so it's quite amazing. There's nothing on this earth quite like the human body. Well, animals, same thing happen to animals also, but the body has the capacity and the ability to repair itself and get right. But you have to give it the chance. You have to the brain is a central processing unit. Once the imprint is in the brain, the body will follow. Your brain determines your action. Okay, the body is just a vessel. So once you make up your mind, the signals will be sent from your brain to the rest of your being, and you're gonna start seeing results. You're gonna start seeing changes for the better. Okay. And God has blessed you with a beautiful temple. So you gotta treat it as such, and it will reward you back. Not to mention, you start looking good for the beach, and when you look good, you feel good. We as humans, we're not perfect. myself included. I'm not perfect, and I don't claim to be, or I don't try to be, because you can never be perfect. Nobody is. We have all sinned and come short of the grace of God. But it's never too late while you can still breathe. It's never too late. You've seen people weighing 800 pounds and they say, yep, I decided that enough was enough. So, you know, for 5 minutes a day, I lift my leg, or I stand up, or I do this. And slowly, gradually, you know, but it all starts up here. You have to make up that mind. Once you make up the mind, a lot of things will start happening. You don't want to disrespect God by trashing the temple that He has chosen for you. There's nothing wrong with your body. You have been selectively chosen. That body of yours has been chosen. Doesn't matter if you're short, tall, good looking, whatever. It's your own special temple that God has specifically chosen for you, and there's nothing wrong with it. Absolutely nothing wrong with it. But you have to treat it as such, and it'll give you back your rewards. You gotta love yourself no matter what, because you are beautiful, and God made you in His image, and God is beautiful. Okay, for you were made in His image, so you gotta start today. If you're falling behind and whatnot, it doesn't matter. The past is just that, the past. But you have to make up your You have to make up your mind. And always remember, your body is your temple. It's God's temple. Learn to love and appreciate your temple, and you will reap the glorious fruits. Once again, it's right out of the Bible. 1 Corinthians 3, verse 16. Know that you are the temple of God, and that the Spirit of God dwells in you. The Spirit is in you. You have it. It's there. You just gotta wake it up. You just gotta snap out of it. Slap yourself. Throw some water in your face. Snap out of it. If you're going on the wrong path, snap out of it. You know more than anybody else. People can tell you what you need to do till they turn blue in your face. At the end of the day, you know it. Look yourself in the mirror and say, that's it. Enough is enough. I'm gonna snap out of it. So that's my take on your body being your temple. I actually wrote a song about it a little bit, and I'll put it up here once I get it all together. It's actually called Exercise Work It Out, but it talks about your body being your temple and treating it right, and it'll reward you back. But once again, my name's Eb the trainer. Shoot me an email, fitnessconnections.org. Check it out. Okay? Be blessed and have a great day. Eb the trainer.